Hi, I am Sierra. I live in a little bitty town that we don't even have a workout center at. So I want to give you a little bit of information about myself and why, how, and when I got started in Beachbody. I am a 23-year-old. I am a nurse. I am a farmer's girlfriend. We have cattle, and we have this wonderful dog named Gus. That's a border collie. He's so smart. Needless, if you continue to follow me, you will learn lots and lots about Gus. I just graduated in August with my bachelor's of nursing, so I knew that I'd have some time freeing up. And I knew at that time that I wanted to make myself a priority. I am going to take a year off from school because I have to have a whole year of clinical time, and then I'll go back and get my master's. The reason that I originally joined Beachbody was, of course, the physical. I wanted to get physically better and stronger. And I chose to join this family in September. I had denied my coach 3 times before telling her that I would finally join, and yeah, it was on my time, not hers. So I realized that this might not be your time, but I am telling you that I am so upset with myself that I didn't make it my time the first time that she asked me. So, jump aboard. This is an awesome chance. You won't regret it. Why I chose Beachbody was because my coach kept being consistent. She showed up in the kitchen. She showed up at workouts. She showed me that she could work and work out and hang out with her now fiance. She was amazing at doing that stuff. She showed me that there could be a balance. I will admit, I've never been good at balancing. I was never taught how to balance. When I was 14 years old, that's when I started working. I had a vehicle, so I had to put gas in that vehicle. So, of course, I started working because money's not free. It doesn't grow on trees, as you probably already know that. And so I was putting gas in that vehicle. I was going to school. I was a 3-sport athlete most of the time. Um, I never felt like I was part of something until my senior year of high school. I played softball. Well, a little background on that story. I had moved to Highland my junior year, middle of the year or so, and I, didn't know anybody. And so I was dating someone at the time, and he said, go out for softball, you're an amazing athlete, you'd be good at it, you'd like it. Well, I had a history with a coach that wasn't so good, and my mom always told me coaches shouldn't make it or break it for you, but if you're ever an athlete, you know that coaches do make it or break it for you. And so I didn't want to go for softball. But needless, I texted the coach and I was like, hey, can I just come see what it's about and see if I like it or not? And she goes, yeah, sure. You can come practice for a couple weeks. If you decide it's not for you, no hurt feelings. It's okay. It's not for you. So I did. Well, I absolutely loved it. Loved the girls. Did great. Okay, so summer passes. I was a CNA, so I was working as a CNA that summer, and so I worked and worked and worked more, of course, around the softball schedule. Well, then senior year came, and I wanted to save money, so there was high school or college credits offered at our school, so I took as many as I could. Well, eventually, I was getting good enough grades that they would allow me to go up to Kirkwood, and I took more classes at Kirkwood. Looking back, I shouldn't have done it, but I did because I thought it was saving me money. The school was paying for these classes for me to take, and either I take them now and get them out of the way, and the school pays for them, or I take them later and I have to pay them for them, and now I'm, a year behind of what my plan was. I've always been a planner financially. Always, always, always. I got it from both of my parents. Needless to say, I knew that my life was unbalanced. I was a full-time high school student. I was a full-time college student. I was in 3 sports, and I was a part-time CNA. It was just unbalanced. I had no family time. The only friend time that I had was at the sports, and the rest I did homework in my room or I was at work. Looking back, like I said, I would never do it again, and I would not encourage my kids to do it again. But, we can't change the past. The past wrote what we are now, and I can't be any happier. I didn't have a great past, and that's okay. That is okay. But I was not okay with that until Beachbody. So I will go on a little bit more about Beachbody. So, like I said, I chose to do Beachbody for the physical. So I got to Beachbody, and I completed my first program, Lift 4. It was great. It was wonderful. I wanted to do it again. But then I got my first check. My mom had joined on as a customer, and I got my first check, you guys. The first check. And I was like, geez, I didn't even have to do anything for this. I just had to have her come work out with me once, and she wanted to be a part of it. So I was like, this is amazing. So then I decided, okay, yes, I want to be a coach. I want to involve other people to do what I'm doing and love what they're doing. If you don't feel like you're working or you love what you're doing for work, you don't work a day in your life. How awesome is that? I was always jealous of my boyfriend because he wants to work every day of the week. He doesn't know how to relax. But you know why? Because he loves his job. He loves what he does, and I wanted that. I was so jealous of him. Beachbody is that for me. I love working out. I love people seeing not only physical transformations, but mental. Mental transformations are huge, you guys. When I started Beachbody, I didn't even realize how unhappy I was until now. Until now that I'm a couple months into it. Mentally, I've been doing my personal development daily. I listen to it on the way to work. We have podcasts that we can listen to. And so that's what I do on my way to work. I listen, how to be better, what our mindsets are. And really, our mind is so powerful. We let it overpower us. And typically, not in a good way. We tell ourselves we can't do it. We tell ourselves that we are not enough. Well, you guys, we are enough. You can do this. You can do it. You just have to put your mind to it. Beachbody has helped me so much mentally. The team is always there for us when you are having physical issues of getting your butt out of bed. It's great. You hop on a Zoom call. You're all working out together. You can shut your camera off. You can just listen to them. Or you can have your camera off and show them, hey, I am here. I am showing up. You guys can do it too. It's been wonderful. On the flip side, we can also message them and say, hey, I am just having a terrible day. I'm having such a hard time with work. It was such a hard day. And they'll just listen. We'll just chit chat and get that emotional part off and be done. So then tomorrow I can wake up and I can have a good day. Where I'm wanting to go with Beachbody is to be financially free. Like I had said earlier, I am a financial planner, and so I plan everything out to the dollar. So I want to be able to eventually be a part-time stay-at-home mom and then a part-time worker. And Beachbody can allow you to do that. My upline coaches, they're making more than I could ever dream to make. You can do it too. Excuse me. The mental that has helped me throughout all of this, I used to be so crabby when I'd come home because I'd want to go out, do something. I'm a social bug. For those of you that know me, I am very good at going out, just chit-chatting, having a good time. Well, I don't do that as much anymore, and that's okay. That is fine. But I used to come home and I would be just angry. For example, recently, because this happened, I walked through the door, and guess what? Coveralls are laying on the floor right in front of the door. I step on them, and they're dirty, so the kitchen's dirty. Keep in mind, we have like a porch that you walk through that you should take your shoes off at. But instead of being upset and mad, I was just like, he worked all day. Then he had to go chore, and now he's here. Now he's home. He beat me home. He opened up the garage door for me. He was able to make supper for me. You know, why be angry? Why be angry because he dropped his stuff off at the door? It's not like he walked through the house and created a huge mess or didn't do anything. He had put it away, sort of. So it was just in one spot. I used to get so mad at that. But because of Beachbody, I've been able to shift my mindset to me, to here and now. What's the big deal if he leaves it on front of the door? It's okay. So that's a little bit about me. And that's why I got started, how I got started, and how it's affected me, and where I want to be at. I want you on this journey with me. I promise it will be a journey, and it'll have ups and downs, but it is wonderful. I want you to be here. I'm here to support you. We are a team, and I'm here for anything that you need. I hope that this is a welcome. I hope that you are joining me on this journey, and let's kick those health goal butts. If you have any questions, my number's at the bottom. You can text me at any time.